I can't express myself in English. I want to speak, I want to deliver a speech, my thoughts, my experiences, but words don't come in my mind. My mind, it doesn't frame sentences for me at the right time. So, hey English learners, if you can resonate with the problems which I have just shared with you, so you are at the right place. So, in this video, I am going to share with you 5 layers, and these 5 layers you have to break and you have to meet with these 5 layers if you really want to express yourself in English confidently. So, without wasting your precious time, let's dive in. The first layer which you have to meet and you have to break this layer is your empty mind. When you try to speak, your mind, it doesn't frame sentences. Words don't pop out in your mind, right? Because you have empty mind. I can understand this frustration. I had gone through this frustration many times. When you feel like speaking, but words don't come in your mind. Your mind, it doesn't frame any right sentence for you. You want to share your feelings, your desires, your emotions, your experiences, but no, it doesn't frame any sentence for you. Words are emotions and you express your emotions through words. So the crux is simply your vocabulary is your emotion. Now you need these vocabularies in your head which is not there in your mind, and your mind is empty, so you can't express your emotions, your feelings, your desires. You are lacking vocabulary and some framed sentences. So there is no other way, there is no substitution, but only 3 things can fill your empty brain, so words will be coming automatically. It will be coming and your mind will be framing sentences for you. So what are the 3 things? The first thing is listenings. I have already said many times, listen as much as you can. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Listen as much as you can. I'm telling you, the more you will be listening, the more you will be reprogramming your brain. So your mind will push you forward that, hey, I want to speak. There is something in my mind. Okay. Now the second thing is speaking. Your mouth is hardware. You have to put your mouth muscles into English speaking practice so you will get that confidence. So second is speaking. Try to speak as much as you can. It doesn't matter how busy you are, but you have to start. You have to try. So speak as much as you can. Start with little timings, with little period, and then gradually just increase your time. The more you will be increasing your confidence, the more your time is gonna increase, your time period. The third thing, observe as much as you can. While listening other people on YouTube or wherever you are practicing or whatever you are speaking, do observe. Observe how vocabularies and correct sentences are being used. The more you will be observing, the more you will be reprogramming your brain. So do observe. Do observe how I supposed to make correct sentence. So there is no other substitution. Only these 3 things can fill your brain. First is your listening. Listen as much as you can. Second is speaking. Put your mouth muscles into practice. And third is observe. As I always say, and I have said many times in my videos, that communication is the game of all about consumption and production, input and output, listenings and speaking. Okay, so the more you will be consuming, the more you will be reprogramming your brain to produce. So listen a lot in order to speak a lot. Do fill your empty brain so you will get good words in your mind, you will get good sentences in your mind which will be popping out. So anytime, whenever you will be needed, instantly it will come. This second layer which is not allowing you to express yourself in English is your confidence. Your confidence. You are not confident. And why you are not confident? You are not confident because you don't take enough actions. How many hours in a day or how many minutes in a day you try to speak in English? How many minutes or how many hours in a day you do listening practice? Do you try to think in English? No. You don't take enough actions. Your confidence is completely dependent on your actions. How often you take actions. So please do take actions, and I am telling you, every minute, every second, every hour, every week, every month, whatever you would be dedicating towards your practice, it will give you boost of confidence, and that confidence will allow you to express yourself in English. And it's a big layer you have to meet, and you have to break it anyhow. So the third layer, the most important layer and my favorite one, you speak with your conscious mind. You have not trained your subconscious mind yet, so you can express yourself in English. As you can see right now, I am speaking. I am delivering a speech. I am sharing my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions and my experiences, because I have trained my subconscious brain, my subconscious mind. There is no translation is going on in my head, no translation at all. There is no effort which I have to put in order to speak. So have you ever noticed when beginner people speak, how they speak? Actually, beginners speak with their conscious mind. And whenever they speak, their whole focus is on what I'm going to speak next. Oh my God, this person is judging me that I don't know how to speak. Words are not coming in my mind. My mind is not framing any sentence for me. That's how beginners speak, right? Because obviously they are empty-minded. They don't have anything in their minds, obviously, because they have not practiced yet. They expect sentences, vocabularies, correct grammar instantly, but that is not there in their subconscious mind. So do you think when they are stuck, do you think words will come from books in their mind directly? Or it will come from any YouTube video directly in their mind? Do you think? No. From where these vocabularies, from where these sentences are coming? These things are coming from our own mind. Our subconscious mind is providing us. And their subconscious mind is empty. There is nothing. So that's how when beginner people speak, they speak with their conscious mind. They have to put lot of effort in delivering their speech. They have to put lot of effort. Why? Because there is a translation going on in their mind. And the moment when that translation is happening, they're stuck. They're nervous. And judgment happened in the very same period. Now it's game over. They are unable to speak now. This is so important, so let me explain you. Let's suppose this is your conscious mind and this is your subconscious mind. Okay? So as I have said, beginner speakers, they speak with their conscious mind. And advanced people and upper intermediate people, they speak with their subconscious mind. Now, you have to understand one thing. Fluency comes, you become fluent when you transfer this language from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. But now, because you haven't transferred this language from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, that's why there is a gap in between. There is a gap in between. And till the time you will not transfer this language from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, you will not be able to speak. You will not be able to express yourself. So what you have got to do is you have to fill this gap in between. So how you are going to fill this gap? You are going to fill this gap by English speaking practice, by reading practice, by listening practice, by writing practice. There are a lot of things to do by thinking practice. The more you would be doing these all things, the more you would be filling this gap, and the more you will be doing it, this gap will be filled. And the moment this gap will be filled, you will get fluency. You will not recognize, but suddenly you will get a taste that I can express my feelings, I can express my thoughts, I can express my experiences which I have, but you will not notice that which language you are using. You will be completely indulged, immersed in delivering your speech, but you will not notice that which language you are using. and you would be convincing people by your speech, but you will not notice that which language I am using right now. Am I using my first language or second language? You will not notice this, but you will be completely busy and immersed in delivering your speech. That's what we call fluency, and that's how you taste fluency. So it's really very important. If you really want to get this level, you have to fill this gap in between your conscious and your subconscious mind. I am telling you, if this gap will be there, if this gap is there, you will never be able to speak. So fill this gap as soon as you can, and that's how you express yourself in English. The fourth layer is your practice period. How often do you speak in English? How often do you practice? Where you do practice? With whom you do practice? These things matters. You have not put your mouth muscles into English speaking practice as you have put your mouth muscles for Hindi speaking practice. Do you know what? When you speak in Hindi, you don't get tired, right? Or whenever you speak your first language, you don't get tired. Why? Because you have put your mouth muscles into practice already. But have you put your mouth muscles into practice for English? No. You have to start practicing, you have to start speaking in English every day so you can put your mouth muscles into practice. And that's how you are training your hardware. Okay? If your hardware will be trained and if your software will be trained, for what? For speaking. So words will automatically pop out in your head. If you ask me, how long do I need to practice in English in a day? Okay? So first thing, some of you are damn busy bees in life and some of you are kind of free, right? But we all have 24 hours in a day. So I would suggest a good start can be, if you really want to start and you have less time. So listen, I would suggest go for minimum 30 to 45 minutes. No, I will not say 5 minutes. I will not say 10 minutes. At least 30-45 minutes you have to practice. Okay, this is minimum. And if you go for maximum you can go for 2 hours in a day, you can go 3 hours in a day, and you can go even more. Why I am not agree with 5 minutes practice and 10 minutes practice? Let me tell you why. Because listen, if you are going to do 5 minutes practice or 10 minutes practice for a day, so thing is very simple. I can understand that little by little a little becomes a lot. And that's how our life transforms. And that's how we transform. But do you think if you would be going this little, then when you are going to learn, when you are going to transform your life, and when you are going to learn this language which you eagerly want to learn? So I would not suggest that you need to go this much little, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. No. Hesitation is there to break. Confidence is there to get. How you will get with this little? And I can understand that little by little, a little becomes a lot, but in this way it will not work. I would suggest if you go this little, okay, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, at least 1 hour, I am telling you, you will get there little early. You will get there early. So I would not suggest that you have to practice for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yes, I can understand 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It can be a good start for just 5-10 days or just for a month. It can be a good start only because you are going to start, right? But I would not suggest that it is going to be your practice time. And listen, at the end, I just want to say one thing. If you think this language is important for you, if you think this language is going to open a lot of opportunities in front of you, and if you think this language is going to make you a unique personality, so you have got to practice for little long hours. Otherwise, you can make excuses for 5-10 minutes. So, the last layer is hesitation, doubt, and judgment in your head. It doesn't matter either you are a beginner or you are at intermediate level, but the moment you get in your head with judgment, hesitation, and doubts, it's game over. Now you will get nervous. Now you will take people's judgment. Now words will not come in your head. And now you can't express yourself in English. Why it happens? Actually, according to research, we get 50 to 70,000 thoughts in our head every day. Every day we get 50 to 70,000 thoughts in our head. But our mind is meant to process only one thought at a time. What happens actually when you focus on your one thought? So you focus on that thought with conscious mind, and rest whatever thoughts are there, that is there in your subconscious mind. So now it's totally up to you that which thought you are going to let in your thinking process. Out of 50 to 70,000 thoughts which are running in your mind, which single thought you are allowing to let in your thinking process? What happens actually, instead of listening that person, that what this person is saying, you focus on your mind. You focus that how I am going to speak, what I am going to say. So what you do actually, out of 50 to 70,000 thoughts, you pick one thought. So this thought, either it's gonna be your hesitation that I am not gonna speak, I can't speak, or it's gonna be your doubt, I will not make sense, or it is gonna be a judgment. No, this person will get to know that I don't know how to speak in English, right? So have you understood what you do? When you practice with someone, simply instead of focusing on that person, that what this person is trying to say, you pick one negative thought, and then you completely get in your mind, you get nervous, now you can't speak, because now your mind will not give anything to you. Instead of stucking in this loop, I would suggest be really present. Be really present. Be calm. Listen with the intention of understanding that what this person is trying to say, how this person is using grammar, how this person is using vocabulary, how this person is framing sentences. Completely listen with the intention of understanding that what this person is trying to say. And after that, when it's your turn, simply whatever vocabulary knowledge you have, whatever grammar knowledge you have, whatever knowledge you have about the topic, just deliver your speech. Just say. If you think that still you don't have anything to say, so I would suggest just ask question. Say to that person that can you elaborate little more? Can you elaborate little more so I can say something on it? Okay, and that's how you are going to start. So never ever let this hesitation, this doubt, this judgment in your head. And when you don't stuck in this doubt, hesitation and judgment, you can express yourself. It doesn't matter if it is little or this much, but you will be able to express yourself in English. Okay, so these are the 5 layers which I have shared with you, and please do implement in your life. If you are working on this communication journey, you have to meet with these 5 layers and you have to break these all. So you will be able to express yourself in a better way and confidently. So at the end, I would like to share a little story, and that is my story. Okay, when I had started my English journey, maybe 2 years back, or in Corona pandemic, you won't believe, I had nothing to say that time. My mind was empty. I couldn't utter even a single sentence in front of my co-learners. Whatever I could say was, my name is this, yeah, I live there, and that's what I do. And when they say what else, what more, I used to say, no, you have no idea, because I couldn't speak. So I used to listen my co-learners for hours. And one more thing, you won't believe, I still have a record of one thing. Then I was practicing with a co-learner, and she had spoken for complete 2-3 hours, and I was just listening her. I still remember I got damn frustrated that day. Why? Because I was kept listening her for 2 hours and I uttered only 2 words, 2 sentences in front of her. That was damn frustrating. I used to feel so frustrated, and especially that day, I got damn frustrated. Because that time I couldn't express myself in English, and that's what this video all about, that how you are going to express yourself in English. Okay, I had gone through many horrible frustrations, and that's why I am sharing my experience here. What is the crux of this story, and what lesson I want you to learn from my story? One thing that I can understand, when you practice with someone, okay, it doesn't matter if you are very beginner and they are very fluent. I would suggest, yes, that's a good thing when you observe, when you listen to them, for hours, very carefully. But please do balance this thing. It needs to be 50-50. If not 50-50, at least it needs to be 60-40. How? Simply, if they are speaking for, if they are speaking 60%, at least 40% you have to speak. 60%, okay, let them speak, listen them, but 40% you also have to speak. Remind yourself that why you are there. You are there to practice. That's how you are going to your practice of listening and speaking simultaneously. It's not that you will do your listening practice today and speaking practice after some days. No. So this is the crux, and this is the lesson of the story which I have shared with you. So please do recall your brain that why I am here. Okay. So with this thing, now I'm gonna wrap up this video. I don't wanna exaggerate, and I really don't wanna ramble here on this video. So do implement whatever I have shared with you. Please, if you really want to learn this language in a year or in 8 months or 1.5 years, I suggest to you, please do implement whatever I have shared with you, because whatever I am sharing with you are these things are coming by my experience. So please do implement. So at the end, if you think that this video has added any value in your life, in your communication journey, so please like, share your comments, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. And one more thing, please keep supporting as you have been supporting me, because your support is my strength, which is boosting me, which is giving me confidence to make more such content for you English learners. So with this thing, let's meet in the next video. Bye-bye.